Folks, condo sellers, you need to stop ignoring the obvious. I'll get into that, and then the latest home prices and insights for condos across the GTA for week ending August 21, 2024. We work with condo sellers, and when we're going to a condo listing presentation, we're analyzing all the condos for sale in that building and buildings nearby. When we're working with condo buyers, we're doing the same thing. We're analyzing the condos we're looking at. If there's interest, we're comparing what that condo's listed at versus what other condos are listed at. And it blows me away the amount of times we see a new listing, a new condo listing come on the market, and it's higher than direct competition. And the reason I'm saying it this way is because, think about this. You're thinking of listing your condo. And almost in every building, there's a bunch of condos for sale. There's one we were recently looking at for our buyer client. There was 4 competing condos in the same building. 4. The same model. And a new one came up. So a 5th listing, and it was priced higher than the other ones. Like, does that make any sense to anybody? It's like that condo seller is looking at what's obvious, is looking at there's 4 other condos just like mine. They're not successful at their price. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to list a little bit higher. Does that make sense to anybody? You call the listing agent and say, hey, is there something I'm missing? Like, you're just like those. They're not selling. And it's not like they've been on the market a week or two. They've been on the market 2, 3, 4 months. They're not selling. Why are you higher? The agent, oh, you should come and look at ours. But when you look at the photos, it's not like there's anything different. And actually, some of the other ones were staged nicely. This one wasn't even staged. So I don't understand. The evidence is there. If it's not working for the 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 other condos that are just like yours, why do you think you're so special? Why do you think the buyer's going to ignore the lesser expensive condos and buy yours? You need to stand out. There are a ton of condos for sale. Right now, in this market, the way it's working out, every week, 2 to 3% of the condos listed for sale are actually selling. 2 to 3%. That means 97% of the condos on a weekly basis are not selling. What are you doing pricing higher? It makes no sense to nobody. I'm surprised it makes sense to you. I'm not trying to come down on you, but it's not a secret. You shouldn't be surprised that you coming on the market is actually helping other condos to sell. It shouldn't be a shock. It shouldn't be a surprise. You shouldn't be scratching your head wondering, why am I not selling? You're priced higher than the competition, and the price that the competition is at, the fact that they're still for sale, is telling you that's the wrong price. Those prices aren't working. If you think this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, subscribe. And if you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. Up here, there's a link. Below this video in the description, there's a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you, and we'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the condo numbers. Here we go, folks. Condos for the GTA. We're looking at condo apartments only. We're going to break down condos for the City of Toronto, for York region, and for Peel region. And if you kind of just, I have a quick summary on the board here of average sold prices. Toronto, prices are coming down. Peel, Prices are trending down. York region, what's going on? Prices seem to be going the other way. Let's take a closer look. We're going to start off with the city of Toronto for week ending August 21. We're looking at condo apartments. For week ending August 21, 169 condos were sold. Those sales, although they're up and down, they overall are trending down. 8 of those were sold at $1 million or more. Average sold price way down. It's now $646,000. It was hovering in the high sixes, low 700s, but 646. It's the lowest number we've seen. I've got a year on the board here. It's the lowest week we've had of average sold price, and that'll be lower than what we do between Christmas and New Year's. So 646,000 is 14% lower than where prices were this time a year ago. The median price is 11% lower. The dotted line, that's a 4-week moving average. Prices are trending down, average price and median price. 169 were sold, a quarter, 25% sold at list price or more. 579 were listed. Active listings is now 5,488 active listings. Those are the amount of condos actively available for sale. That number's up from the previous week. Months of inventory up from the previous week, now sitting at 7.5. Months of inventory is trending up. Average price is trending down. We're pretty much in a buyer's market when we're looking at the whole city of Toronto condo apartments. When we break the area down into 9 different sections, I've made a few notes along the way. Just think about this. For the whole city of Toronto, sales, 169 were sold. There's 5,488 available for sale, but only 169 were sold. Look at some of these areas. So Scarborough, it's 571 condos to choose from, 24 sold. East York, 160 available for sale. Not a big number, right? Scarborough, 571 for sale. East York, Riverdale Beaches, only 160 for sale, but 4, that's it, just 4 sold. Willowdale, Bayview Village, so Uptown, 803 are available for sale. There's lots to choose from, 24 sold, and we can go on and on. Etobicoke, 575 are available, active listings. Only 20 sold. And downtown, 55 sales. It's, as far as all the area goes, it's the highest amount of sales in one region. 55 condos were sold, but that's 55 out of 1,953 available for sale. If you're buying a condo, lots to choose from. If you're selling and you're deciding, yeah, I'm going to come onto the market, man, you really got to work with somebody who knows what they're doing in this market, because competition, you got to figure out ways of standing out. Let's look at York Region condos. 35 condos were sold. 4 of those were at $1 million or more. Now, 35 is actually not a trending down like we see in most areas for condos and for detached properties. Sales are trending down. York Region condos, 35 is quite normal, what we've seen over the last few weeks. Average sold price seems to be creeping up. Now, a reason for this could be, yeah, well, there's such a demand for condos in York Region. I don't think that's it. What we're seeing is more of the larger condos being purchased, which tends to kind of bring prices up across the board. So average sold price is now $687. 687 is 6% higher year over year. This is the first week in a while, because when we look at the trend, we've been 5%, 4%, 13, 12, 6%, 8%, 8%, 8%, 6% lower year over year. The majority of the time, we are behind, lower than what prices were a year ago. This week we happen to be 6% higher. Median price is 4% higher. Median price actually looks like it's trending down. Average price looks like it's trending up slightly. 35 were sold, 26% sold at list price or more. 123 were listed. Active listings is up slightly from the previous week. Months of inventory is higher, sitting at 6.2. We're pretty much in a buyer's market when it comes to York Region condos, but we're up from 5 to 6.2. So depending on which building, depending on which neighborhood you're looking in, maybe more of a balanced market, sometimes a buyer's market. Here's Peel Region condos. 28 condos were sold. One of those was at $1 million or more. Average price for condos across Peel Region is trending down. Now, I'm saying Peel Region, the majority of these condos are being bought and sold in Mississauga. Oh, sorry, let me go back. I said average price is trending down. I didn't tell you what the average price was. Average price is $579,000. $579 is 1% higher than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 6% lower. When we look at the dotted line, the 4-week moving average, looks like average and median price over the previous month and a half, prices are trending down. 28 were sold, 7%. It's not a lot. 7% sold at list price or more. 92 were listed. Active listings is up slightly over the previous week. So we said, I'm just going back, 28 were sold. There are 848 available for sale. Not a lot are selling every week. Months of inventory sitting at 7 months of inventory, pretty much a buyer's market there. Anything over, we say, it's not a hard rule, but as a guide, more than 5 months of inventory, we say, is a buyer's market. Here's a quick summary. City of Toronto, 7.5. It's a buyer's market. York Region, 6.2. Peel Region, 7.0 months of inventory. City of Toronto at 7.5 has the highest months of inventory when it comes to condos. Generally speaking, usually City of Toronto has the highest average sold price, but is also, it's 7.5 months of inventory. It's pretty high. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.